And I see that since your last scan, you lost 3.1 pounds.
When he told me I lost weight, I was actually floored because I was so focused on, am I stronger, because I feel stronger. But to know that I lost body fat, it was really mind-blowing.
Now, I know some of you were saying, hey, wait a minute, Tony, I'm in my 50s and 60s. I mean, come on. Hey, I'm 61. It is never too late.
What makes it interesting is I did nothing else different to my diet or my routine at all.
I looked into some astonishing new research that turned everything I thought I knew about building muscle and strength on its head. New scientific studies show you don't have to do crazy workout programs. You don't have to leave the house to go to a gym and lift a bunch of weights. In fact, you don't have to do any formal exercise at all to get stronger and build muscle mass.
This did more for me in 6 weeks than anything I've done in the last 10 years.
Now that I'm older,
If you're over the age of 40,
it's really hard to keep the muscle mass on me.
you've probably already noticed it.
And I notice, yeah, I'm a lot softer.
A loss of muscle mass and strength making routine, everyday activities
Carrying up my groceries,
climbing stairs,
doing yard work.
That's where I've really noticed the loss of muscle mass.
seemingly more difficult to do
Oh, see, I told you this is going to be heavy.
with every passing day.
My laundry seems to get heavier every day.
I can't even pick up the 5-gallon Sparkletts bottle because my muscles are just so much weaker.
Then there's the unexpected change
Wait a minute, I'm not as firm and I'm not as tight as I used to be.
in body composition.
I feel like I'm in a different body.
All of these are signs of age-related muscle loss, or sarcopenia, a progressive decrease in muscle and strength that happens to virtually everybody as part of the natural aging process.
I've noticed over time, and I don't want to accept this, my body's getting weaker.
Up until now, the only method proven to combat age-related muscle loss is resistance exercise. But now there is something else. A new cutting-edge technique this fitness legend uncovered to preserve muscle and gain strength that researchers say works even for those who don't exercise.
A just published clinical study funded by the National Institutes of Health finds there is now a way to improve muscle function and maintain the ability to perform everyday activities without physical exercise. Now that means getting older doesn't have to mean getting weaker, even for those who can't or won't work out. This is potentially life-changing research.
Life-changing research, especially for those who don't exercise enough. Developed, ironically, by the man famous for exercise in excess,
Are you ready at home?
Tony Horton,
It's for real, right here, right now.
the personal trainer to some of the biggest names in show business,
Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, Sean Connery.
who then muscled his way into the homes of millions of Americans
You and me.
with the biggest selling video workout program of all time.
I'm just thrilled that you're here.
A Brook No Excuses
It is never too late.
exercise evangelist.
I don't care who you are.
But now, the man known for helping America get in shape
You want to feel good. You want to wake up in the morning.
with exercising in the extreme
You want to go.
says he's now found a way to help those with less active lifestyles get strong, even those concerned that, for whatever reason, they just aren't getting enough exercise.
Just published research in the prestigious journals of gerontology has turned everything I thought I knew about building strength and muscle on its head. A year-long double-blind, placebo-controlled study finds there's a way for people over age 60 to get strong and improve muscle fitness even if they don't exercise.
What surprised me is, even though I have not been exercising on a regular basis, I've noticed that my strength is still there.
Even though I am not working out anything like I used to, I feel just as strong, which is amazing.
I still feel like I have the strength, maybe even more. When I pick up my Amazon packages, it's like I'm not even aware that it's heavy.
I actually can pick up my Sparkletts bottle without a struggle.
My job requires that I move furniture all the time, and I've noticed that when I move chest of drawers, it's so much easier.
Even though I haven't been in the gym for over 4 months now, I have definition in my legs.
It is surprising because I keep thinking, well, I better work out more because I'm going to lose my muscle tone, and that's just not happening.
This is starting happening. That right there has never been bigger.
I'm feeling firmer.
I've been feeling more comfortable walking without my shirt on. That was pretty cool, when you have your wife of 25 years say, you look bigger and stronger.
And now, instead of being a flat butt, my muscle mass has come back in my butt.
Shoulders, my chest, even my legs and my quads are slightly bigger as well.
I don't have the lumpies behind my legs now because it's like the muscle mass has come back.
Your lean tissue, you seem to have maintained it. You dropped about 2.5 pounds of fat tissue. The difference in the weight was you pretty much lost all your fat tissue. I mean, that's hard to do.
My weight has stayed pretty much the same, but I've dropped in body fat.
I feel really good, especially since I'm not in the gym doing any kind of workouts with the weights.
Let me be clear. We are not encouraging anyone to skip exercising. This study, as groundbreaking as it is not a license to stop exercising. There are a multitude of benefits of regular exercise, and ultimately exercise is the most powerful activity that you can do to fight age-related muscle loss. But for those of you that are physically unable or just unwilling to work out, people perhaps sidelined with an injury, science has discovered a method for people who don't exercise to get strong and improve muscle function as they age.
How did Tony Horton, a celebrity trainer renowned the world over as an authority on exercise, find a staying strong solution that has nothing to do with exercise?
Hey everybody, it's Tony. Yeah, remember me? I've been through a lot in the last couple months, and today is my first workout in 2 months.
It took an illness
Something called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome.
that left Horton's physique withered, his muscles atrophied.
My body was completely wasting away. My muscle mass was completely disappearing.
And you're sitting here watching this guy get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier, and his face get more and more sunken, and his skin hanging off of his body, and you're thinking, when is this going to stop?
To send the man America associated
Tony Horton, ladies and gentlemen!
with health and fitness.
I thought, well, this is it. I thought I was special, Mr. Fitness, but in reality, I had to resign myself to thinking this is what aging is.
On a quest to recover the strength it took him decades to build.
Trying to find a solution to get my strength and muscle back.
Tony uncovered new science on a promising solution for sarcopenia, a condition characterized by the same muscle loss and weakness that was decimating his own body.
Every muscle in my body just shrank and atrophied.
And a condition common to virtually everyone as they hit middle age.
In a not so funny way, I had an accelerated version of what a lot of people go through anyway as they get older.
Starting at around age 40, most everyone begins to lose muscle mass. It's not until hitting the 50s, however, that most of us notice the resulting loss of strength. That's when executing ordinary actions,
Getting in and out of the car.
suddenly seems to take extra effort.
I have to move myself around so I can hoist myself out of the car.
In the 60s, it's the car. In the 70s, the couch.
Getting off the couch is difficult. My muscles are not strong enough.
After age 70, muscle loss accelerates, and the routine tasks required to remain living independently can become harder to manage.
I find that even opening a jar is more of a struggle because of the weakness in my hands and my fingers.
Left unchecked, weakness gets worse and becomes a key driver for the #1 fear of older adults, a loss of independence.
I'm a caregiver for an 89-year-old gentleman, and some of the things I take for granted, I have to help him do. Simple as using the restroom, even guide him sitting on the toilet, just help feeding him.
If you asked me this advice before I got sick, my recommendation would have been just more push-ups. I would have said, yeah, more pull-ups, more push-ups, lifting more weight and that type of a thing.
But instead, Tony's perspective on what's possible expanded when he came across some remarkable research hinting at a new way to build muscle.
Up until now, the only proven method to slow down age-related muscle loss has been resistance training. But brand new research indicates that science has discovered another way, a method other than exercise.
A method that's got nothing to do with exercise and everything to do with biology, and researchers identifying a powerful combination of nutrients.
It was a combination of certain ingredients that I had never seen before.
A combination of two nutrients, one of which has been used for years by athletes, typically together with exercise training to increase muscle, strength, and endurance. But this brand new research, supported by a grant from the NIH, is the first long-term study looking at the effects of the nutrients on subjects who did not exercise.
The year-long clinical trial found that study participants given a twice-daily mixture of nutrients, a molecular compound, and a common vitamin were able to improve muscle fitness and gain strength without having to physically exercise.
In a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study, 117 healthy adults over age 60 were divided into two groups. Group 1 was given a supplement made up of a combination of two nutrients. Group 2, the control, received a placebo. Then each group was split in half. Half the participants in both Group 1 nutrients and Group 2 placebo control were assigned to do 1 hour of supervised resistance training 3 times a week. The other half of each group did no exercise. The trial lasted 12 months. Every 3 months, researchers measured each subject's muscle strength with hand, arm, and leg dynamometers, body composition with DEXA scans to calculate muscle and fat percentage, and muscle function using timed performance tests to measure the physical abilities needed to perform essential day-to-day tasks. For example, the get-up test counted how many times in 30 seconds a subject could stand up from a chair without pushing off with their hands. And the get up and go, which clocked the time it took each person to stand up from a seated position, walk forward 10 feet, turn around, walk back to the chair, and sit down as quickly as possible without running. The study then combined all these measurements into a composite index for an overall assessment of each participant's strength. And the outcome 1 year later? In both of the exercise groups, participants, as you might expect, increased their strength and muscle function whether they received the nutrients or not. The placebo control group, who did no exercise, did not increase in strength and in some areas got weaker, as is unsurprising after a full year without exercise. What was surprising, however, and exciting was the outcome for the group who did no exercise but received the nutrients. Subjects in that group had greater increases in strength than the control and experienced a significant improvement in muscle function, even without doing physical exercise.
The year-long clinical trial found that older adults taking a twice-daily nutrient mixture could improve and sustain muscle strength without exercise. Wow.
As exciting as the latest clinical trial is, it merely builds on several earlier studies on the two nutrient mixture. For example, one landmark study looked at 75 female patients, all over 65 years old, all set to have orthopedic hip surgery. Prior to surgery, researchers measured both the muscle mass size as well as the muscle strength of all 75 patients. Then they divided the patients into two groups. The control group was fed the standard post-operative nutrition plan of 3 meals a day. The study group was given the same meals, but in addition, twice a day they received a protein supplement containing the two nutrients. Remarkably, just 15 days after the surgery, more than 81% of the patients given the two nutrient combo were mobile, meaning they were up and walking around either without any support or simply with the aid of a walker, while only 26% of the control group were mobile. Even on day 30, there was no change in that group's ability to move, meaning nearly 74%, 3/4 of the patients who did not receive the protein supplement were still bedridden or wheelchair-bound 1 month after surgery. Equally stunning, on day 30, when researchers measured each group's muscle mass, the control patients showed no statistical change, while the patients given the nutrient supplement had significant increases in arm circumference and muscle strength, an increase in muscle size and strength, despite the fact that while recuperating from hip surgery, None of the patients were actively exercising. It was an outcome Horton had never seen before in his decades as a fitness expert.
What's kind of remarkable about these hospital studies, and at first I didn't really believe it, but even without exercising, the patients who took a twice daily mixture not only maintained muscle, but they also built muscle. And that in itself is stunning.
So what exactly was in this remarkable nutrient cocktail that delivered such unprecedented results?
There's this molecule scientists discovered, which is called HMB.
HMB is naturally produced when your body breaks down an amino acid called leucine, one of the main building blocks of muscle protein. In over 50 published scientific studies, HMB has been shown to help increase muscle mass, reduce muscle damage, and improve strength in adults of all ages, especially those 60 or older.
These studies have shown that HMB can boost protein synthesis by as much as 70%. That's amazing for especially people my age who want to be able to sustain and maintain their muscle mass.
The other ingredient in the nutrient cocktail may surprise you.
Vitamin D. You know about that, you've heard that, you use that before, right? And vitamin D does help build some muscle.
Yes, by itself, simply boosting vitamin D levels can increase muscle mass. But when researchers combined vitamin D with HMB, the muscle and strength building effects of both were multiplied.
HMB and vitamin D together are like boom inside your muscles. The most exciting thing about this latest study is the non-exercising group who were given HMB and vitamin D were able to improve muscle function and increase strength without doing any physical exercise.
As momentous as this new research is for the sizable population of people who can't exercise enough, Tony urges those who can to make exercise a regular part of their daily lives.
The beauty of this nutrient combo is you can get stronger and create new muscle just by doing your regular everyday activities. Now, if that's carrying your luggage around the airport or mowing the lawn or walking your dog or whatever, or taking out the trash, the research on this remarkable nutrient cocktail clearly shows simply by doing the same activities you do now, you can gain the muscle you need to keep you strong and mobile and independent as you age. The knowledge that this breakthrough nutrient compound could be life-changing for millions of other people inspired me to develop my own formula. So I've partnered with this cutting-edge lab right here in Texas, where we're both replicating and improving upon the exact combination of nutrients that help those people in the clinical studies get stronger and build muscle. We start by procuring the highest quality HMB and vitamin D in the world. And I insisted we use the exact same dosage that was given to participants in those breakthrough scientific studies. The full 3,000 milligrams a day, the amount that helped people age 60 and older improve muscle function and maintain their ability to perform everyday activities even without doing physical exercise. And we do it all by using only plant-based sources. So our formula is 100% vegan. Introducing high-impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton, a next-generation vegan protein powder featuring HMB and vitamin D3, specifically formulated to help you build and maintain healthy, strong muscle mass from middle age and beyond. So here it is, man, the next-generation protein powder. It's high-impact plant protein. HMB, vitamin D, all right here. This is a big turnaround for me. This is the reason why people come up to me and saying, hey man, you look different, what's going on? Hey, you're stronger, what's going on? 1 scoop a day of my high impact plant protein will deliver the same exact dosage levels of HMB and vitamin D3 used in all of those scientific studies we told you about, including the most recent year-long clinical trial funded by the NIH, in which older adults given a daily mixture of 3,000 milligrams of HMB and 800 IUs of vitamin D3 improved their strength and muscle function even without doing physical exercise. And I can't get everybody to exercise, I wish I could. And so the idea here is, why not create a solution for people who can still see results without having to exercise? Because it really comes down to nutrition first. It's a nutrition that's going to help you build muscle. And that's what HMB and vitamin D does, whether you exercise or whether you don't. That's really cool, that's really powerful, and the studies have proved it. The clinically studied mixture of HMB and vitamin D3 is the star of my vegan protein blend, but we added a number of other game-changing ingredients to make high-impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton, a formula that goes above and beyond anything else on the market today. One of the most important ingredients is a specialized digestive enzyme called prohydrolase, which helps break down protein into its most bioavailable form, which means you're going to see results a lot faster than with other protein powders. Protein is only as good as the amount that your body can absorb. Thanks to the digestive enzyme prohydrolase, all the strength-building nutrients in our formula will quickly be metabolized and make a beeline straight to your muscles. So you'll start noticing the effects right away. In addition, high-impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton contains the essential nutrient chromium. Chromium helps the body more effectively process carbohydrates and helps you burn fat while maintaining lean muscle mass. That means this formula doesn't just help you get stronger, it can also help you lose weight with more muscle and less fat. In fact, there's even new research that suggests that HMB itself can help you burn off belly fat, which means not only can high-impact plant protein help you get stronger, it'll help you trim down too.
I see it's been about 3.5 months since your first scan. Here for your follow-up. And I see that since your last scan, you lost 3.1 pounds.
I was really shocked about losing weight because, you know, when you feel a certain way, but you really aren't certain. So when I came in, I got the numbers, I was so focused on, you know, am I stronger because I feel stronger? To see that there's a secondary benefit that I actually lost body fat was just outstanding and amazing.
You too can start losing weight while building back strength and muscle just like the people in those studies. The bottom line is, our new cutting-edge formula can help you get back the healthy, amazing physique you may have thought was years behind you. I know I'm biased, but I truly believe high-impact protein from Power Life by Tony Horton is a protein formula unlike anything ever created before.
You know, at the end of the day, what I really wanted to do was create a formulation to help everybody maximize their muscle mass, and that's exactly what this formula does.
High-impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton helps your body fight back against age-related muscle loss. And the amazing thing is, you don't have to wait until you see the signs of weak muscles. This formula is for everybody, including younger folks in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who might be noticing they just don't seem to be building or maintaining muscle like they used to, even though they're exercising as much as always. It's also ideal for those in their mid-30s to early 40s looking to stave off the inevitable loss of muscle that naturally occurs with age for just about everyone. But Power Life's formula is especially great for those of you moving into middle age and beyond, when most everyone starts to experience muscle loss at a rate of about 1% a year. That loss of muscle isn't noticeable at first, but every year it can make routine activities gradually more difficult to perform. Standing up from a seated position seems tougher. Objects feel heavier to lift, stairs harder to climb. With less muscle mass, the body tires more quickly and recovery takes longer. That's when our high-impact plant protein can really make a difference, helping return your body back to its strongest, most vital self. And you don't have to be a fitness freak like me. This formula works for everyone, no matter the fitness level, no matter the shape their bodies are in.
So people are like, all right, Tony, those sound like some pretty big claims. But all I'm doing is adding the right ingredients to parts of your body that weren't getting those ingredients before. And that's why, whether you exercise or you don't, you're going to see improvement. But if you do add some exercise into the mix, well, that's when strength and muscle mass explode. So this is it, man. What I consider the next generation protein powder, the magic elixir for me. You ready for a little taste? One glass for you, one glass for me. Super simple, not complicated. It's not like you have to do anything other than add the protein powder itself and a little bit of water.
One of the nice things about our formula is it's so easy to use. Just put a scoop of it into some water and stir. It mixes up really nicely in just water, not clumpy like a lot of other protein powders. And if you're feeling more ambitious, use almond milk or blend it into a smoothie with coconut milk and your favorite fruit.
An extra added plus, my team found a way to make high-impact plant protein in both chocolate and vanilla.
Both flavors taste great with just water.
Cheers, my friend, to your health. Let's go.
How soon will I start seeing results, do you think?
On average, you'll notice in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks into it, bang, all of a sudden I am feeling stronger, I am getting better, I am recovering better, I am sleeping better. It was just this huge difference for me.
Will it help me? Am I too old?
We have age-related muscle loss. Sorry, that's what's happening. We're not teenagers, we're not in our 20s anymore, so we have to find solutions that work to help you, to help me, and even for people who are coming out of surgery. Right? People who don't exercise, it even helps those people as well. From where you are now at 51 and the gentleman at 89, that's a slow slide into a lifestyle you don't want. And so we can prevent that, and that's powerful. We've spent so much time trying to figure this out, and now we finally have. So here's to you, to your health, my friend.
To your health, sir.
Now, if you're wondering where you can get this high-impact plant protein formula, you should know. Power Life is not available in stores. And here's why. You see, right before we launched this exciting formula, my advisors initially insisted that we put high-impact plant protein in every health food store and grocery store in America and charge $100 per jar. Now, I don't know if that sounds like a lot or a little to you, but honestly, when experts were first telling me to do this, it kind of made sense. Because if you had to go out and buy a really high-quality protein powder and buy HMB in the clinically proven daily dosage of 3,000 milligrams and the 800 IUs of vitamin D3 in every scoop, you'd be spending several hundreds of dollars a month. So actually, $100 per jar is pretty reasonable. And when you break it down, that comes out to just a little over $6 a day, which is less than almost any meal you'd have eating out, and that includes fast food too. In fact, high-impact protein is so filling, it can almost be considered a meal.
I use it as a meal replacement. This high-impact protein shake was so filling that I'm realizing it kept me from eating as much throughout the day. That has to be what attributed to my weight loss, because I've done nothing else different to my diet or my routine at all. Losing weight for me was a great secondary benefit.
When I thought about all the benefits of Power Life's high-impact protein, asking folks to invest $6 a day for a muscle-strengthening breakthrough that is also so filling it can act as a meal replacement and help you slim down, well, that seemed like a pretty fair deal. So instead of taking the usual step and putting our formula in stores, where each jar would easily sell for $100, we decided to offer it directly to you here online. By getting rid of the expensive middleman markup, we can significantly reduce the cost and bring the price all the way down to just $69.95 per jar. That translates to under $5 a day. But just this one time, I'm actually going to do something a little crazy. So take that $69.95 number I just gave you, throw it out. Because you've watched this entire video, I know you're committed to your health and well-being. And by now, you likely just want to hurry up and get started experiencing all the amazing results yourself. So I've asked my team to dramatically lower the price of high-impact protein for a brief period of time. If you order right now through this video presentation, you can get a single jar of high-impact protein for just $49.95. That's another $20 off the retail price. Break that down, and all it takes to build your body up is a little over $3 a day. And listen to this. Since we first introduced high-impact plant protein, we've become aware of the powerful effects this formula is having on the people using it, the changes in their bodies, the increase in muscle and strength, their delight in being able to do things more easily that seemed out of their reach just a short time ago.
When I was 50 and I went through menopause, I definitely had sarcopenia. My muscle mass was going away, which I didn't really quite realize till I wasn't able to do what I was able to do. I noticed my butt was getting soft and mushy, which it's never been. And I wasn't able to run as fast because my glutes weren't strong. But I've been taking this protein powder, and no question, my butt muscles are coming back. They are now finally back, and I'm so excited about it. And then the other best thing is my abs are back. And I honestly, I was working so hard on getting my core back, and now I have my six-pack back. It's so awesome.
When I hit 50, that's when I can remember my muscles just didn't feel firm. And I just see softness. And when I added high impact protein, that's when I noticed a change. And now I'm 57, I don't see soft anymore. I'm okay with my shirt off now. Where before, that was not happening. Now, after high impact protein at 57, there's Scott with his shirt off again.
And we know once you start noticing changes in your body, you're not going to want to go back. That's why we're introducing discounted packages of 3 or 6 jars of Power Life that allow you to save even more, up to $168 off the retail price, which is incredible. When you order 6 jars of high-impact plant protein today, you'll only be asked to invest $42.45 per jar. That's $2.83 per serving. Think about that for a second. We started at about $6 per serving for an incredible formula, a price my entire team agreed was a great deal. But today, when you order our 6-jar package, you can get high-impact plant protein for less than half of that price. Just $2.83 per serving. That's less than $3 a day to keep your muscles strong and healthy, allowing you to enjoy all your favorite activities with more strength and energy. Considering we spend $3 a day on things like coffee, parking, and unhealthy snacks that slow us down, I'd say $2.83 a day to get your body healthy and strong is a pretty sweet deal. Wouldn't you? Plus, when you order more than 1 jar of high-impact plant protein today, you'll also get free shipping, which adds another savings of about $10. Remember, it would be nearly impossible to eat enough protein to get the levels of HMB that helped all those study participants achieve such remarkable results.
In fact, to get the amount of HMB given to test subjects in most of the clinical studies, you need to consume about 600 grams of protein a day. That's about 100 eggs.
Or you could just have 1 scoop of Power Life's high-impact protein and get the same strength-increasing, muscle-preserving results without the calories. Imagine what this scientific breakthrough means for the times in life we don't or just can't get the exercise we need to keep our bodies strong. When movement and activity is restricted, or if we're sidelined by an injury and forced to take it easy so the body can recuperate, or God forbid, we have to spend time in the hospital, like I did after being diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. I vividly recall barely being able to pick up 1 foot and put it in front of the other to walk down the hall, let alone pick up a dumbbell to exercise my muscles. I know firsthand the loss of strength and muscle mass that can happen in just a few days without exercise. Muscles start to atrophy after just 3 days of disuse, and getting it back is not easy. Even with exercise, regaining lost muscle takes twice as long as it did to lose it. In fact, sadly, most seniors never fully recover their strength after a period of prolonged hospitalization. And even if you're decades away from retirement age and an injury or surgery has never interrupted your fitness routine, for many of us there are those periods for one reason or another when physical exercise ends up on the back burner. Maybe it's a planned vacation or a long weekend of rest and relaxation lasting longer than intended, resulting in missed workouts. Anyone over the age of 13 who goes on an exercise hiatus for more than 2 or 3 weeks will certainly suffer from smaller, weaker muscles. That's why high-impact protein is truly a life-changing formula for folks of all ages. Multiple human trials show again and again how the precise amount of HMB combined with vitamin D3 can preserve muscle and improve strength even during periods of little or no exercise. The fact is, we don't know what life is going to throw at us. Any number of setbacks can throw us off course and put us on a path toward disappearing muscle, leading us to a dead end where we no longer have the strength or energy to perform the everyday activities that make life worth living. But it doesn't have to be that way. Now, for the first time, you can walk down a different path, thanks to the scientific breakthrough in this incredible new formula. On this path, you can preserve muscle and improve strength, even during times of reduced physical activity. So now, no matter how many roadblocks you encounter, you have the tools to help you stay healthy, vigorous, and strong. Best of all, this solution takes less than a minute a day to do.
And when your muscles are healthy, the transformation it can have on the rest of your life is astonishing. You're going to notice that you have more energy. You're moving around more, so you're burning more fat and will probably drop a few pounds. You're going to start sleeping better, and you'll be in a better mood more and more often.
When you put the right things in your body, you feel better, you have more energy, you get more things done. People like you. You know, why do they like you? Because you're different. Just your attitude is different. Your outlook is different. You know, when your energy is up and your enthusiasm for life is up, well, of course, people gravitate to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, and on top of everything else, you're probably going to look better naked too.
In fact, I'm so sure you're going to see these changes. Every jar of Power Life's high-impact plant protein comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. That means you can use every last bit of the formula, and if you don't love it, if you don't see all the things that I did, the improvements in muscle quality and strength, the ability to do more with your body as you get older and not less, the increase in energy, and so much more, then just send it back for a full refund, even if it's just the empty jars. That's how confident I am that this is going to be an absolute life changer for you. The most important lesson that I've learned throughout this entire journey is you do not have to accept the notion that you will slow down as you get older. Whatever it is that you want your muscles to do for you, high impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton will help you do it.
I look forward to hearing how our high-impact plant protein makes a difference in your life. To try high-impact plant protein from Power Life by Tony Horton, completely risk-free, click the button below right now.
I can't wait for you to try my high-impact plant protein and discover for yourself just how strong you can feel and how a little bit more muscle can make life a whole lot better. I'm Tony Horton, and welcome to the Power Life family.